What's going on, everybody? I know it's late. I just wanted to try it. I never went live before, so I just want to see what it's like. I don't expect any at all to come in, but just to see what it's like. Just trying to get a feel for all this, Wow, tough loss, for sure. A few yards away, man. I got some notes I wrote down. I thought I'd just talk about. I mean, that return by McKenzie couldn't come at a better time. I thought it was a weak. I thought it was a weak holding call. He literally waited till after he knew the ref waited. It seemed like till after he knew McKenzie was going to the house, and he threw the flag. I know just because it seems biased, but it was he was pretty far away from the play. I don't think even if he wasn't held, I don't think he would have made a difference on that. But I digress. So let's talk about the last drive. We'll start with that first. Just talk a little bit about it. Allen's driving down the field. They're making beautiful passes left and right. I'm jumping up and down. I'm like, this is it. I got this feeling he's gonna go in and win the game with a few seconds left, right? 4th and 1. Many fans are like, oh, you should have just went for the field goal. You should have went for the field goal. I like the call. I like to go for it on 4th down. But the QB sneak, it was too obvious. You could tell they already knew what was going to happen. 99 times out of 100, that play works. But, Josh did slip a little bit, it seemed. But even if he didn't slip, our offensive line got blown out that play. It wasn't going to work out. But, I thought, a boot pass, or even just a play action pass, anything else other than that play would have worked out perfectly. I mean, can't win them all. You got to take this on the chin. It definitely hurts losing this game after you come off a great win against the Chiefs. This was a game we could have won. It didn't play our best football, but even without playing our best football, we were there with a chance to win at the end of the game. Titans played a good game, of course. Derrick Henry was basically unstoppable. That one long run. And he had near the end of the game, he had that touchdown to put him ahead. He just like I said in the pregame, he just wears people down. And unfortunately, it just wasn't our game to win. I guess it wasn't in the stars, but 4-2, can't really scoff at that going into the bye week. After this bye week, we got Miami on Halloween. They're looking for a win. After they had that tough loss to Jacksonville, which the game they could have won that game also, just like we could have won this game. A rivalry game. Of course, it'll be tough, but man, I just keep playing. I told someone already. I keep plugging in these random plays that they could have ran on 4th and 1. I'm not saying I'm a great offensive coordinator, but I just thought any other time, yeah, but in that situation, it was just they lined up. I already knew it. Vrabel already knew it. It just, I don't know, man. And what do you guys think? Did you like that? Did you like that play call? I don't know. I didn't like the play call, but I liked the 4th going for it on 4th and 1. I thought it was a good thing to do. I'm just trying to give me a sec. I'm just trying to fool around here. I know there might be like a comment section or something, but I don't even know if anyone's commented or anything. I doubt it, but I'm just trying to get a feel for everything. If there's 4 people in here, how you guys doing? Nice to see you. I don't know who's in. The 3 people. Whoever's in, can someone just make a quick comment, just see if it pops up? I just want to see how it looks. Just to get a nice little grasp of it. I'm going to go live more now that I can go live. This is kind of impromptu. Just wanted to see if it worked. And I'm not going to go too much into my notes for the game because I got the post-game show for that. But if anyone wants to have conversations about what they saw, what they thought, I'm here for it. I can't tell who's in. So there's 3 people. Thank you guys for coming in. If my wife is in watching this, can you write a comment to see if it's working? Let's see. Sorry guys, thanks for bearing with me here. Still learning. It's gonna be hard to sleep tonight. Wow. But I mean, you put up 31 points. A lot of times that's good enough to win. But we got outplayed at the last play of the game. Really, that's gonna hurt. I'm sure these guys are gonna go into the bye week. They're gonna watch the tape. And they're gonna be kicking themselves in the butt. Like, oh, I missed that block. I missed this. I missed that. We left meat on the bone here. And it's weird saying you left meat on the bone when you scored 31 points. But gotta hand it to the Titans, man. We always, it's like the Steelers. We always, no matter what level the teams are at, they always play good games against each other. I still think we're the better team. We took the L. Just got to take it on the chin, like I said, move on, watch the tape, get better. As Coach McDermott says, no losses, only learning. Baker, if you're in here, send a message, please. I don't know if anyone has. My wife is next to me. Let me ask. Babe, did you write a comment?
I wasn't. No.
Can you go and write a comment to see if it pops up? I'm just trying to learn here. But more of this is coming. I do have a lot of stuff, especially because there's a bye week. I do have a lot of stuff planned because, the chat's disabled. Thanks, Baker. Let me see. What would I do here? Doesn't give me much options. Baker, how do I, if you could text me, can you look up how to make the chat not disabled? It's only giving me like the edit button and the end stream, and I don't want to press edit and it stop everything. And it's got like an arrow and then webcam, and it's got my little tab here too. So I would like to have some conversation. Like I said, I know it's late, but we'll see here. Yeah, like I was saying, Baker's going to try to help me get this going. But now there's a bye week coming up. Basically, I got 2 weeks of space we got to fill with content. I got the post-game show coming up this week. And I'm not going to tell you guys what I got coming up because I want it to be a surprise. But I got a couple videos planned. I got some research I got to do. I got some stats I got to figure out. But it'll all be fun. And that's what I hate about bye weeks. You got to wait an extra week to play a game again, especially after a loss. But let's see. Baker, he's texting me. Let's see. Thanks again for bearing with me, everybody.
Don't show me.
Okay. I didn't know that my chat was disabled. Just trying to figure out all that real quick. I'm sorry about all this random, pauses and me not talking. I just want to figure this out. For the 2 people that are here, I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. So can I press edit? Let's see.
Make sure it's not made for kids.
Okay, I can do it right here. Okay, how was that? Try that, Baker. Send me a message. Send me a comment. I took off the kids thing. I don't know why it does that. When I first did it, I thought it was like, okay. I thought if you put it was for kids, that it meant it was like family friendly and like things like that. But then it was like people weren't able to comment or anything. But so if someone could try sending a message, see if that worked. Write a comment. Let's see.
Is it working?
I don't see a comment or anything. Oh, we got 5 people in here. Let's go. I like it. So I see you commented on my wife's phone, Baker, but I'm not seeing it on my end. Is there a way I can? How am I able to do it? I don't know what's going on here. Or maybe I can just use my wife's phone to read the comments for now because I can't see them on the computer for some reason. Let me see.
It's just speakers.
Okay. Baker, Big Daddy L. Yeah. It was an L, unfortunately. But don't act like you're a Titans fan. You know you're a Seahawks fan, and you guys took a big L yesterday too. So, but I don't know why I can't see these comments. Can you, Baker, if you're still in, can you tell me how I can read the comments now that they're available? Oh, Owen, yeah, dude. I can't believe it. Just can't. The game was right there for us to have, man.
Where's your phone? Go live on your phone so we can check.
You can't go live on the phone, baby.
No.
Oh, here we go. Awesome.
You find out?
I got the comments now. Oof.
There you go.
Let's go. All right, guys. Owen, what'd you think, man? Did you like that 4th-and-1 play? The Seahawks did poop the bed. That's why I'm a Titans fan. Okay. You're funny, man. So, Baker, what'd you think of that 4th-and-1 play? Would you have done that? Or would you have took the easy field goal, brought in overtime? What do you think? Yeah. Yeah, we were 2 for 5 in the red zone for touchdowns. Yeah, against a team like that, you can't be taking field goals, especially when your defense is having a struggling day. But it's just you got to clean that up. Some of it was execution. Some of it was the play calling for me. But yeah, I'm the same way, Baker. I would have went for that as well. I really didn't like the sneak. It was just too obvious in my opinion. The boot would have been great. Play action, anything other than that. But and did you see on that interception when basically Spencer Brown just left his guy untouched, and I thought that was a big game changer. Yeah, wouldn't that have been nice, Baker? But I mean, it was right there for us. Like the players say, they're with coach. They're with 17. I liked the aggressiveness because if you went for the field goal and you tied it, then you're banking on what if the Titans got the ball first and then they just got a touchdown. Derrick Henry ran a 100-yard run. Like I loved it, but man, it was so close. So it was right there, man. But and that play, it was a little weak to me, man. I don't know. I don't know if it was just me being a Bills fan, but it did not look like it needed to be a flag. But that's a bad luck play. McKenzie does a great job, 101-yard touchdown run, and just to get called back, and then we don't end up winning the game. If we won the game, it would have been forgotten. But now it's just one of those plays where you're gonna be thinking like, wow, beautiful return, to the house in a huge spot in the game. After he, kind of struggled today, he got hit, inside the 20 a couple times, and it was just, it would have been a beautiful. I got happy, and then I saw him at like the 40, and that flag, the ref was just waiting for it, man. It was just, wow, it's unlucky. But did you, who was the guy that you saw that you thought, could have performed better? I mean, obviously everybody can, but like, who do you think really lacked today? I mean, the offensive line had a rough day. They did hold up a lot, but I mean, on the offensive line for me, it was Spencer Brown. He's a rookie though. He still played great. Derrick Henry. Yeah, but that's kind of his game, dude. He's 6'3", 245 pounds, I think. So it's like, we stop him a lot. Talked to him for a loss a few times. Trey Manneman's like to stick on him a lot. But I mean, he broke off that 76-yard run and like a 25, and that was basically his big plays. He had over 100 yards rushing, of course, 3 touchdowns. Like I said in my pregame, he's a game changer. Yeah, O-line. Like I said, they didn't play terrible overall, but in the big spots, they let up. And, it stinks because that they're a talented group. I like what we got right now. But, they gave up a couple big sacks. And then even on that sneak play, if Allen didn't slip, it was blown up from the start.
It was too risky.
Fernanda said it was too risky. And I agree. It should have been a different play call. But I'm not the coach. I don't disagree with the coach. But, because 99 times out of 100, Josh Allen gets that every time. Excuse me. But it's just, I just keep laughing to myself. It's like, what are the odds of him slipping? It's perfect weather and there was no rain, nothing. Ugh.
Bad luck.
Yeah, Baker, I was looking at that too. It was interesting. 15 games regular season games in a row leading at half. It's pretty hard to do. We took that 20-17 lead. Yeah, I thought it was over. I thought he had a first down. But I don't know what they showed that angle with the red line. But even with that, half his body was over it. So I mean, it was close. But on that Beasley one, I thought he was over on that one too. So I mean, what would you think about the Beasley one? Oh, that's funny, Baker. They grow it a little bit too long there, huh? But yeah, I mean, it turned out that that not being called a first down was huge. It was close, probably a little bit closer than I think, but I just thought it was close enough, you know. Yeah, but I mean, he had a good game today. He really did. A lot of guys had a good game today. I'm gonna talk more about it in the post game show tomorrow, probably. But saw a lot of good things. They should have the clock keep running. Well, they stopped it because they had a measure. That's why. But I mean, hindsight's 2020. It would have been nice to get the field goal and had the chance for overtime because Bass was automatic and it was like it would have been like a 29 yard, 30-yard field goal. But gosh, what an up and down roller coaster kind of a game. I didn't think it'd be easy, but there was a point of the day I was like, I got a really good feeling about this game. And Bills played great. Offensively they had a lot of good drives. They got stalled a couple times, couple 3-and-outs. That interception where Allen got hit in like a millisecond. That's just an unlucky play, but what can you do? We just gotta bounce back. This happened last year on that once in a lifetime pass from Kyler Murray to DeAndre Hopkins. That wouldn't happen again, and if he tried a million times in a row. Yeah, it feels bad, man. It really does. It really does. I was hoping to come on here all happy with, excited with the win, but you gotta take, it's the NFL. Games don't come easy. The best team in the league can lose to the worst team in the league anytime. I'm not saying that's what it was, but I felt that way a little bit. I'm gonna watch that holding call on that kick return a few times over. Yeah, 14-3 is still possible. With the way our offense is, and the defense didn't really show out today, but they're still a number one defense. I think, going against anyone we can win. We have a chance, especially with Josh Allen. You always got a chance. Well, Baker, that doesn't mean anything. but yeah, and I could see 14-3. It just I felt like this one was a super important game because just come off of beating the Chiefs, and how pundits are and how the narratives are going to switch to, well, Buffalo just can't beat the Titans. How are they going to make a Super Bowl run? This is one of the teams they got to beat. And they're going to try to devalue the Chiefs win. And, as a fan, it's going to bother us, of course, but, the players know that's not what it's like. But, yeah, the Bills got a couple weeks to stew on this now before they play Miami. Well, you think 11-6, Baker? Who do you think we lose to? Yeah, Owen, that's true, man. I said the other day, I told another YouTuber, I said we could win the Super Bowl this year, and it'll be something crazy like, oh well, this team didn't do this, and they got lucky and won this. Oh, Jason, how you doing, man? Thank you. I just can't believe it. I'm gonna put on another video, and I'm gonna mention it in my video tomorrow when everybody's up more. But 100 subscribers, I just can't believe I hit triple digit subscribers. I've been at it almost a month, if not a month, and I couldn't do this without each and every one of you. It means a lot. Family, friends, people I don't know watching the channel. I just love this, and I want to keep growing. I want to keep getting better. Did you watch any of the game, Jason? What'd you think? Yeah, Baker, I challenge you to find 2 more losses. We got a couple. I think Saints on Thanksgiving is going to be a difficult game. Yeah. Yeah, they said the Bills got one of the easiest schedules remaining based off of the team's records as of right now. But you got those of you that know me, you know how I am. It's any given Sunday, just like or Monday or Thursday, just like today. You know, it was a game we could have won. I don't think Tennessee's a better team than us. They're a great team. I think we're a more complete team. You know, and they had a lot of injuries, and they just I wouldn't say they stopped. They really stopped us. I mean, we put up 31 points. We did a good job scoring, driving down the field when we needed to. Oh man, just that last play. That, comes down to who made the less mistakes. Yeah, Jason, I agree, man. I do think the Bills are legit, and they were 13-3 last year, went to the AFC Championship, and this is a better team in my opinion. And yeah, no one likes to lose, but I mean, say we lost 5 games and we won a Super Bowl, does the 5 losses really matter? No. I mean, my Giants fans friends, and you guys won the Super Bowl at 8-8. Does that matter? No, it doesn't. It's got to get there, and I believe this team can. And sometimes you got to take L's, man. It's the sad fact. It makes you regroup, and yeah, better to lose now, better to lose early. You want to play your best football in December, in January, and the end of November. So yeah, we took a couple losses, but oh man. The only hard part is now you got to wait till Halloween to play again. Miami's going to be coming down to Highmark Stadium. They got Tua back. I thought he played a pretty decent game, but a couple mistakes cost them the game, just like it cost us. But Jason, I know I asked everyone else that was in here, what'd you think of that play call on 4th and 1? I don't disagree with running a play on 4th and 1. I just disagreed with the play call. What did you think? If you're still in here. We got 3 people in here, guys. Thanks for rocking with me. I appreciate it. Thanks for bearing with me when I was trying to figure out this comment section and everything. Like I said, I'm still new, still trying to get a hang of all this. It's 12:30 a.m. Oh man, just gotta think another 2 weeks. Can't imagine how the players feel. As fans, we feel a loss heavy. You're a loyal fan. Imagine how the players are, man. That but like the video if you haven't yet. Keep the conversations going. I love conversation. Anything you guys want to talk about, it doesn't have to be about the game. It could be about another thing you saw during the week this week with football. But I also love to talk about the game too. Baker, you said 2 to 3 more L's. Who do you think? Yeah, man. Oh, and it's always a long 2 weeks with the bye week. Oh man, it's been a long hour since the game was over. It feels like it's been forever. I just sat on my couch and I was just like, really? This happened? But the Titans' last drive, we gave up those big plays, but we needed a big stop, and I was just like, oh, this does not look good. But then we got Josh Allen, and I was confident that we could drive down the field and win if we, when it came down to it. But he can do it. It's in him. He did it against the Cardinals last year too when they had that pass. He scored what was like a minute left or less than a minute left to put us up, and that nice touchdown to Diggs. But Seahawks with Geno Smith would have beat this defense. Oh man, I don't know. Did you guys play them this year? Yeah, because I agree with that, Owen, to be honest with you. Because they do the bend but don't break, but they look like they were bending quite a lot. And it was just those big plays were wide open. They weren't playing tight. They weren't playing tight coverage. But, I mean, in a sense, it kind of worked because we're 4 yards away with 20 seconds left. In a way, it worked. I don't like to see that. I rather would have just made the stop. but it worked. We just couldn't execute on that last play. But I don't know, Baker. I don't know. Gino would have got it done. You couldn't even hold on to the ball last game. No, I mean, it's rough when your star quarterback gets out. It's tough for the backup to go in and fill his role. But I think you guys will be okay. Who do you guys got next? I don't even know. Oh man, I just hate bye weeks. Oh, you think so? I fell asleep through most of the game, so I didn't really watch. But yeah, it's hard to run on Pittsburgh's defense, man. You know, they're not the same Pittsburgh team, but they still got that Pittsburgh defense. And you know, you don't have your starting running back. Your backup was pretty good. You had some some nice runs. But okay, good night. But yeah, I mean, that's how the league is. You win some, you lose some. You know, you can't be perfect. I know Mahomes wants to go 20-0, but you know, and then they lost 3 games already. It's a hard league. It's a very hard league, and I don't know if are we ever going to see undefeated team. I don't know. You know, the Patriots were close that one year, but it's just hard to believe that there'll be another team to go undefeated like the Dolphins did. You know, it was a 17 game total. You know, but still, it was an incredible season for them. I'm a bums. Yeah. Oh, I don't know about the Chiefs, man. I'm just not a big fan. I'm not a big fan of the Mahomes family. His mother always tweeting, his wife tweeting, his brother dancing on Sean Taylor's memorial. Well, and he claimed he didn't know it was there for some reason. But if I'm Mahomes, dude, I'm telling my family, deactivate your accounts. You're embarrassing me. I have an image of the league, and you're tarnishing it. But I don't know if he does that, but it seems like he doesn't because they keep doing it. Yeah, he said he didn't mean to disrespect anyone. He didn't know it was there. It was just, you know, it was just blocked off, and there was a big 21, and he was just standing right on top of it. But like, yeah, he didn't know. He really didn't. I believe him, dude. Oh my gosh, he thought it was all cool, and then you got the backlash. That's just terrible. And it was that was the game they were recognizing Sean Taylor, right? Wasn't that the first game that was there? But I don't know. You're right. I'll stop hating on him. He definitely isn't. He definitely doesn't need to be banned from Twitter, or at least not tweet during games and make TikToks. But I'm gonna stay on a few more minutes. I know it's late. There's a couple of you still in here. I appreciate everyone again. I'm still a little tired, but I'm not ready for bed because it's just going to bed after an L just stinks. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think so either. He's just it's hard to. That's why I'm glad I don't have Twitter. I don't know if you might, Baker, but I'm grateful I don't have Twitter. But some of the stuff they do and say is just it's football, and they're like his mother said. I don't think interception should count towards tipped interception should count towards a quarterback. I think it should be a fumble on the receiver or whatever. You know, because her son throws a tipped interception. You know, would she have said the same thing about Josh today? I'll take your word for it, Owen. I'm not gonna try to look, but I remember after the first game, when Allen didn't perform well, people were like, "Oh, put Mitch Trubisky in, get him ready for Kansas City. I can't believe we paid Josh all this money." Like he's a human, man. He's a human being. These guys are all they're the best of the best athletes, but they're just like you and me. They don't have great days every time. They make mistakes, and when people were saying, "Oh, he doesn't deserve that money," I'm just like, he had a bad game, dude. Look at all the Hall of Famers. Look at Tom Brady, the best quarterback ever. And, it's weird coming out of my mouth, but now that he's out of New England, it's fine. He's the best quarterback, and he's had a lot of bad games. He's had plenty of bad games, and he'll tell you that too. I'm sure. I mean, he won't talk to us, but if somebody asks him, "Hey, Tom, have you ever had a bad game?" He'd be like, "Yeah, tons of bad games. It's life. It's the NFL." A lot of Bills fans expect Josh to go 40 for 40, throw 15 touchdowns, and you know win every game by 100. But it's just not going to be like that. I mean, it's life. It's NFL. But on another good note, Ryan Tannehill didn't, until near the end of the game, we kept him in check for most of it. The coverage on most of the plays was beautiful. But then, like you said, Owen, it just seemed like near the end they just were giving up too much. It seemed like they were breaking. They were breaking too much. But in the first half, that coverage was tight. Excuse me. And then I thought the defense still played a decent game. It wasn't their best game, but after that pick, they got the ball at the 10. 10 yards. It's easy for a team like Tennessee when you got Derrick Henry. Thanks for staying in, Baker. Good night, man. I appreciate it. There's more to come this week. Keep your eye out. Thanks again for tuning in late and for keeping up with, me trying to get all this figured out. I appreciate that. I like going live. I'm gonna go live more often now that I can actually do it, and now that I know I can put the comments up and everything. It won't be as slow, and it won't be 1:00 in the morning. But Owen, you got any more thoughts on the game, man? I don't know who's still. It's just you, I think. If you got any final thoughts, unless someone else pops in, if you got any final thoughts, let's talk it out for a few minutes. And you see my Devin Singletary signature, Levi Wallace. These are my boys right here. I love them. Great players. My goal is anytime there's a signing, I bring this flag and they sign it here. We'll see how many I can get in the future. Yeah, I think it was just. See, that's the thing. I already know what the media is going to say. Well, the Bills' defense didn't really play great offenses, even though the Chiefs are one of the best offenses in the league. They struggled. It's just going to be that one outlier game. Like the score said 34, but they played better than that. The defense made a lot of great stops. That one long run by Henry as a touchdown. They had a 10-yard drive for a touchdown. It's just yeah. Yeah, the Derrick Henry effect. He's just an animal. I don't see anyone being better than him for a long time. Let's put it that way. And he's starting to catch the ball more out of the backfield, which is dangerous. But I still thought we could pull out the win, man. But yeah, the defense. What did you think about Epinesa being a healthy scratch? As soon as I saw that, I scratched my head. I was like, our quickest pass rusher gets off the ball in 0.7 seconds. You take him out, and then I like Harrison Phillips. Don't get me wrong, but you made Epinesa inactive to put Harrison Phillips in, and then I love Hughes and Mario Addison, but they need more rest. They're older, so they prefer the more rest. That's where AJ comes in. You got AJ and Groot on the ends, and a lot of Jerry Hughes' main struggle is he doesn't keep contained that much, and then that's when the coverage is great. That's when Tannehill can scramble, or throw an out route in the flat, or a flat route. But I was super surprised. I did not like that from the get go. It doesn't make sense to me. He's definitely proved he needs to be on the field, but the coaches thought it was a matchup thing, and I guess you could say it didn't work because Henry had over 130 yards and 3 touchdowns. So I don't think that worked. Beefing up the middle, they say. But don't get me wrong, I like Harrison Phillips and all, but I don't think he should have been. I don't think Epinesa should have been inactive. But we'll see what happens against Miami. See if he's active again. I think he should be, especially because of the game he had last time against Miami. But we'll see. You got anything else? Yep, we had 0 sacks tonight. We got to him a lot. We got some good pressure, got some good looks. But Tannehill was able to evade and create a play. But we did bust through the line a good amount of times. Got a lot of pressure, but no sacks. Never hit home. They had 3, and they came at big times. But when you look at the stat sheet, it's like 0 sacks, but that defensive line did do a lot of good things, even though they got gashed a lot with the run. But just gotta get better from it, and that's a good thing about losing. You can not that this is the only good thing about losing is you get to come down to earth and really sharpen your tools. I mean, because I think Allen said it after the first loss, like if they won, they would have looked at the film differently. And I don't think he said those exact words, but like it makes sense in a way. Like because when you win, you're not like I mean, they're professionals, so they're probably still nitpicky. But I'm trying to think about how it was when I played. It's like you view it differently when you win in a way. You still watch the tape to learn, but it's like he also says it's never as good and never as bad as it seems, and that's true. That's what they coached us to. But anything else you got tonight, man? Before I let you go, it's just you here hanging out with me, and I really appreciate it. I'm gonna do this more often. It was just like I just thought, hey, let's see if anyone's awake. Do this for a few minutes. I'll probably just hang out on the couch for a bit and try to soak it in. I'm gonna start planning some videos for the bye week and for the rest of this week. I'm super excited about that. All right, man. If you don't have anything else, it was really fun. Yeah, try to get some sleep, man. We're gonna wake up and be like, "Oh, it wasn't a nightmare. It really happened." But thank you to everybody who tuned in. For the people who are going to watch this tomorrow, when it's not live, thank you. Thank you guys all so much. I got over 100 subscribers now, and it blows my mind how great and supportive everyone has been for me. I know I'm still learning and learning how to edit and make good videos, and I love every one of you. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. Just the little support, because for some people it's hard, but I have a lot of good people who support me, and I really appreciate every single one of you. I'm going to keep giving you guys the best content I can, keep learning, and good night, everybody, and we'll see you soon with more videos. Go Bills.